Thank you all for being here today. And I would also like to say thank you to Shell Alumni for inviting me here. Shell Alumni is an incredible organization with a mission that will surely enable us to achieve more for energy transition. I would like to begin with you thinking back on the topics at energy conferences you have attended as early as 10 years ago. Do you recall energy transition as a major topic of discussion? The thing is, I don't think so. I think that even in our industry's recent past has been very much about staying on a productive course. But the future is clear that energy transition is the big challenge ahead. There is no longer a same old, same old. The same old activities are not going to give us the same old profits. I believe that energy transition provides us with a unique opportunity to raise the bar on what's possible. What would be possible for energy transition outcomes if energy companies could elevate their performance such that more cash was generated to grow and invest? All employees showed up excited every day to give their full energy in moving the company forward. Customers felt an even deeper sense of value in the products, services, and capabilities of the organization. And society and the environment experienced an accelerated, sustainable impact. I'm here to tell you that tremendous opportunities are possible through energy transition. Opportunities that benefit all stakeholders. Let me start with introducing myself. Hi, I'm Nathan Holt, founder and CEO of Ultimate Performance. Over the last 27 years, I've been privileged to help $2 billion to $350 billion companies unlock their potential and identify billions in untapped growth, efficiency, and value in pursuit of delivering ambitious visions. I have architected and led over 100 improvement business and culture transformations, driving more than 25 company and division turnarounds for Fortune 100 and private equity-backed companies. I am one of only two Shingo examiners in the oil and gas industry. Shingo is one of the world's most recognized prizes for organizational excellence. I worked as a strategy and operations consultant for a Big Five consulting firm, and I was fortunate to be mentored by senior executives from two companies that led their industry performance by leaps and bounds, one of which was identified by Businessweek magazine as one of the best managed companies in the world with a consistent total shareholder return of nearly 25% over the past 30 years. Over the past 12 years, I've helped build pockets of performance excellence in a number of areas in the energy industry. I've spent time out on the front lines with operators and technical staff, and on platforms and in the refineries. I engage with management accountable for these businesses. And more recently, I've been involved in the challenges with energy transition. In my pursuit, I've distilled it down to a few game-changing disciplines that create profound and lasting change in a company's workforce, in the people who make success. Yes, there are a number of things we need going forward, such as new technologies, digital advancements, government incentives, and investment. But I'm not here today to talk about those things. I'm here to talk to you about our most precious resource, which is our people. And the success of our people is going to have a massive impact on the success of energy transition. Specifically, I'm going to share with you three areas that will help our people succeed. They are strategy deployment, culture, and leadership excellence. By the end of this presentation, you will have deeper insights into the kinds of things we need to thrive in the energy transition, such as why many companies fail in deploying strategy and how to do it better, how to approach the complex task of upgrading an organization's culture for greater performance and employee fulfillment, and what are some of the uncommon leadership characteristics found in developing such high-performing organizations. Lastly, towards the end, I'll share data from a performance study across 28 companies that tell us just how wide the gap is between those who rigorously pursue performance excellence versus those who go along with the same old, same old. So let's get started. Does your company have a clearly defined strategy? Do all of your coworkers understand that strategy and have plans to deliver it? And do you measure progress down to the front lines in achieving your strategic goals? If one or more of your answers are no, you're not alone. Upon surveying thousands of companies and hundreds of thousands of employees, two Harvard Business Review publications confirm that nearly 75% of companies struggle with strategy execution. So, what are the common strategy execution best practices of organizations that perform far better than their peers? Strategy excellence enables alignment through conversation. It starts at the senior leadership level, but it must eventually be embraced by everyone. But not as a monologue that gets broadcasted out to the organization. Instead, it's a two-way, organizational-wide dialogue, down, up, and across the organization, using facts and building consensus. Next, agreements are documented in a delivery contract because we need to hold ourselves accountable. The contract consists of improvement goals, tactics, timetables, and resources that flow back up to management in the form of an agreement. Here we can see a simple visual of the cascade. It's important to note that as the top level creates direction for the next level down through a request, there is a response back on how to meet the request, which is derived via an alignment process. The cascade ends when the point of action is clear. Okay, so if you've ever watched a professional sporting event, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Arena and stadium scoreboards, as well as televised scoreboards, have become more and more sophisticated. Why? Because it increases your enjoyment of the game to know exactly what the score is, how well the players are doing, and exactly how much time is left. It creates tension, and it helps us assess what is happening in the game. And when a team is falling behind, it usually means they're struggling with the game plan. They see the score and call a timeout to adjust the plan. In strategy execution, we call this check and adjust. Okay, so we have a strategy. Isn't that all we need? We often believe that what it takes to win is a winning strategy. Unfortunately, having a great strategy is not the secret sauce behind outperforming companies. There is something deeper that involves how the organization thinks and behaves. As famous management consultant Peter Drucker puts it, culture eats strategy for breakfast. That tells us a lot about where we should focus. The problem is, culture is difficult to see and to change. The good news is that by upgrading a company's operating system, we get an upgrade in culture as a result. Now, I'm not talking about IT systems. I'm referring to systems that drive how people think and behave. All work in an organization is the outcome of a system. A healthy system consists of purpose, which is where we give life, meaning, and a defined path for achieving something great, where processes are transformed, managed, and continuously improved, and where people are led and developed to their maximum potential. Think about the human body, which depends on a number of systems, such as the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, and so on. The better these systems function, the better the overall body performs. In much the same way, a company is made of an operating system, which consists of a number of subsystems like management systems, work systems, improvement systems. The better we engineer these systems, the better the company performs. The Shingo Prize is the world's most recognized award for organizational excellence. Shingo's model is based on a key insight that ideal results equal ideal behavior, and ideal behavior equals ideal systems. Therefore, ideal systems equal ideal results. The bottom line is that bad systems beat good people. So it's not enough to have a great strategy and great people. Performance excellence also requires that we improve our systems and culture. So how can we succeed at changing how we work in our departments and across our entire organization to improve our systems and culture? Leadership. Leadership at any and all levels. Studies show that leaders have 3 times the influence over changing organization culture than any other employee. Famous MIT professor of management Edgar Schein once said, "The only thing of real importance that leaders do is to create and manage culture. If you do not manage culture, it manages you, and you may not even be aware of the extent to which it is happening." So you are probably asking, how does a leader create and manage something as difficult to see and change as culture? Leaders must show strong visible commitment by role modeling desired behavior versus giving an edict to change. How many of you feel like you've been yelled at before by that guy on the left? I think it's pretty clear who the leader is on the left. But how about the picture on the right? Who's the leader? It's harder to tell because the leader could be supporting from the middle, from above, or even below. But I bet they could tell you who the leader is. This means leaders have to have the courage and patience to try new ways of working and thinking. I want you to think about the most effective leader or coach you have ever known. What qualities did they possess? I bet a need for control or self-focused were not on the list, right? So, as leaders, we must go in with the soul of a servant and respect for others in order to support the development of others and bring out the best in them. Showing respect energizes people, and they give more than their hands. They give their hearts and their minds also. I suspect another one of their characteristics was leading with humility, the opposite of arrogance. Leading with humility precedes learning and improvement, and it means I'm willing to change myself to learn, which is key to unlocking a learning organization that learns, adapts, and executes with speed. So what did we talk about today? We talked about 3 disciplines that would serve as fuel to power our organizations for confronting the future, and how we could create bigger impact for all stakeholders, including a better workplace for ourselves. And those 3 disciplines are: number 1, strategy deployment, which guides our efforts in execution to get us from where we are A to destination B. Otherwise, you end up with the wrong people working on the wrong things. Number 2, culture development for upgrading the operating system that leads to organizational excellence. In the end, the magnitude and speed of impact an organization can achieve comes down to the organization's ability to adapt the enabling behaviors and capabilities. Number 3, leadership excellence. Building capability in these disciplines requires new skills and requires a new type of leader, one who models desired behaviors and one who is more invested in developing others than advancing themselves. So you ask, what's possible for my organization if we invest in building an ultimate performance type of capability? Let's take a look at what we can learn from Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, Why Some Companies Make the Leap and Others Don't. The key takeaway from the book is to go from a good organization to a great one, you need a disciplined pursuit for excellence. Jim and his research team analyzed 28 companies over 30 years who either managed to make the transition or fell prey to their bad habits. The companies that made the transition outperformed other businesses in their industry for more than 15 years. This is what I've learned in my 27 years of building organizational capability for excellence. That if you grow your people well by caring for their interests, respecting them, and effectively leading them, they will contribute to the success of the organization. And this will unlock tremendous value for employees, customers, shareholders, and society. At Ultimate Performance, we are passionate about performance. We coach leaders and teams in the skills, behaviors, and mindsets they need using our proven formula to build mastery while delivering strategic goals. To learn more about what we do, visit us on the web. I wish you the very best success in your energy transition journey.